What is up? We're back with another edition of Pop's Memorable Games.
We are.
Yep.
Back.
All right.
Pop's Memorable Games.
So what you got today for us?
Well, first of all, I hope everyone had a great holiday. I know I put on my customary 10 pounds, but we're back.
It's underestimate there. It's probably more like 15.
Yeah, probably. But
all right, what do you got, man? What do you got?
With a memorable game. It is the 1986 Game 6 of the World Series between the New York Mets and the Boston Red Sox.
Sorry, Boston fans.
You know.
Sorry. You want to just jump into it?
Tough days.
You can tell us about it while we watch the game?
Well, first of all, the Mets.
Dude.
That year, they won 108 games, lost only 54.
I'm jumping into it, and then you can tell us about what we watch.
Okay.
All right. Let's give the people what they want. So, tell us. The Mets
all right,
won
here
what?
we go.
Tell us. What did the Mets win?
So this year, the Mets, they won 108 games, lost 54. They had beat the Astros to get into the World Series. Boston, not as good a record. They had 95 wins against 66 losses, and they beat the Angels to get in. Now, the Boston Red Sox, they won the first two games in New York. They go back to Boston. They lose the next two, win the third one, back to New York. This game 6, and if they win, they're the world's champions, first time since 1918.
Trying to break the curse. Did they know there was a curse back then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they could feel it. What the hell is this? What is this?
You know, I was going to look this guy up and see what his name was and see how he's doing.
This would have been all over Twitter if this was like happening.
He just missed the opening pitch by a minute. A minute earlier, he would have got there before the first
I like
pitch.
how the fans are cheering him on.
Yeah.
I would have thought he was kind of like a trooper when the military flies in and lands on the field.
Yeah, so Wade Boggs opened up. First, he led off, got that single.
Who's that who just smacked the ball there? Yeah, fell off right off the Montreal Expos logo.
Darrell Evans.
So this is Game 6. Boston was up in the series, right?
3-2.
Yeah, and they're playing at Old Shea Stadium.
That's right.
Did this? Yeah, this ballpark. They had the big apple out in center field too, right?
No, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they did, because I think they made a big stink when they built the new one. They wanted to make sure there was an apple in center field. The Rocket.
Yeah. So
look at those stats: 24 wins, 4 losses. You don't see.
I think it was only like. I don't think this was his rookie year. Maybe his second year.
Either way, though, 24 wins. You don't see that nowadays. 24-4 record.
Got him.
Look at that. You see like that strike 3 call by the umpire too?
Yeah, I know.
Look at these batting stances.
Got him, and he took something.
I hope he doesn't pull a muscle.
His back, my back would be hurt.
So the Sox were hitting the ball out of the infield.
Yeah, Roger Clemens looks like a big guy. Even I'm imagining this is before he juiced up.
But right there is Dave Henderson. So Hernandez is gone. So are the Mets in order. And a gap in left center. Dykstra shading and cheating, and Knight ready to charge anyway.
Dykstra.
And the bunt is fouled, and Clemens has struck out.
He fouled out bunt. Is that what just happened?
There goes Owen.
Yeah, watch it,
and
man.
there's a base hit through the hole vacated by Buckner.
Yeah, I guess he fouled out on a bunt.
Hold him on a strong throw by Strawberry that's cut off by Hernandez.
That reminds me of my college coach. He used to, even my high school coach, any coach that was stubborn, if you didn't execute your bunt,
Right.
if he really was pissed off about it, he'd give you the bunt with 2 strikes again and say, you better get it down now. He's not letting you swing away with 2 strikes. You didn't want to bunt with the first 2 strikes? All right, bunt with the third one.
Well, Boston just scored their second run, so now they're up 2-0.
Play was a key play so far.
Vince Scully on the call,
And
too.
that's driven to right, but Strawberry going back, almost turned the wrong way and makes the catch.
I like those Mets uniforms.
But Darrell stayed
Yeah, they got those old-time stirrups.
Who are some of the big names on the Mets? Strawberry.
Well,
they have Good in here. Is
They
this Dwight
had
Gooden?
Gary Carter.
Gary
He
Carter.
spent some years with the Expos, and then he was with the Mets. You
Is his
had
nickname the Kid?
Hmm?
Is his nickname the Kid?
Got him on the corner.
I think so. You had Ray Knight,
Mookie Wilson.
Mookie Wilson. Yeah.
Wow. Talk about freezing him.
What a rainbow job that was.
What a rainbow job. What a call from one of the greatest, probably the greatest announcer, Vin Scully. Who's pitched? Oh, Bob Ojeda. Man, he's got a good breaking ball.
Ojeda.
And Clemens the Rocket. Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
he could bend it.
He should be in the Hall of Fame, but
Even with all the steroids.
yeah, there's just accusations, right? They never proved anything.
No,
but
I think he did.
I think you needed like 75% of the votes to get in. And
That's
the highest
typical.
you could get was like around 65. So that kind of like 10% he didn't get, probably because of the steroids.
Yeah, man. I just let him in. I'd say all the steroid people. Everyone knows they did steroids. Put them in with an asterisk if you want.
High bouncer over the mound, but Santana
So after
says
2
he has
innings,
it, and he goes to first for the out.
Red Sox are up.
One hit, the first
3-2, 2 outs.
hit a breaking
Is that
ball
Carter?
into the bat.
Look at the hustle.
Evans takes care of him.
How did the
Carter
catcher?
badly fooled, hits back to the box, and the Mets are gone.
He was hustling, but he was still moving like molasses.
Yeah. Next couple innings are
And
pretty
another one that's looped to
uneventful.
left. Mookie is there.
I think in Clemens in this game, I think he went 7 innings and threw a 4-hitter. Ojeda, I went 6, and they got about 8 hits off of him.
Were you watching this back in the day? Were you tuned
Oh,
in?
absolutely.
Do you remember where you were at?
Don't know where I was at. I know I was in front of a TV.
Not a radio? You had TVs back
I
then?
was 28 years old.
There were TVs back then?
Yeah.
I thought you just waited, woke up in the morning and got the paper and looked at the box score.
Breaking ball, hit into
What a swing.
Knight
Man, it must have hit the lip. Oh,
Evans bobbles, he goes to
I don't blame him for bobbling that. It looked like it hit the lip and just
Yeah.
shot up. I was thinking, I know last time we've watched some games and I was saying, man, these defense looks bad.
second for one to first.
They're pretty
But
good in this game.
I was going to say, too, am I crazy? Or I'd imagine that the field conditions weren't as good as they are now.
Ground ball to Marty Barrett.
But, I mean, it does look pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie.
But the Mets get
No, that guy there, Marty Barrett, second baseman. If Boston had won, he would have been the MVP.
Why? What did he do?
Well, let's see. He tied the World Series record for most hits.
Okay.
He had 13.
So you just had a good series.
Yeah, and he batted .393.
Got him off speed
Man.
with a little break at the tail.
Yeah,
And
Roger
frozen at
Roger Clemens is eating up with that breaking ball.
And there's a line drive base hit.
He's going first or third on that.
His way to
Hit the
third.
cut.
Henderson has to throw it into first.
Yep. So what, 2-2, first and third?
Got him.
Ooh, that looked outside to me.
It was very outside.
He went with the fastball. And
Gary Carter.
Yeah, I don't blame him for being upset.
ground ball hard, but
Ooh.
Barrett, he hangs it to Owen for
Man,
the
he
force
took that.
on
Yeah, that's it.
Hernandez.
Swallow that up
And
easy,
the
pause.
Mets waste a golden chance and 14-game
Roger
winner,
McDowell,
Roger
14 and 9,
with the
22
22
saves.
during the regular year. Will now
Roger
make his
McDowell.
4th appearance in the World Series. He has been in games 1, 3, 4, and
Fourth appearance in the world, and it's only game 6, and he appeared 4
and he
times.
lost him.
Oof.
All four.
Was that a sinker or a
So
splitter or
Barrett with 2
something?
singles and a walk goes
It had
to
movement
first.
on
It,
it.
it dropped.
Yeah, definitely a ground ball guy, and there's a
Rolling
ground
to
ball.
third, Knight charging. High throw.
Oh!
Hernandez glove, and over
Is that
to
Keith
third
Hernandez?
Keith Hernandez.
base.
Okay.
Routine play gets away by Ray Knight.
Didn't we watch a
Rice goes. Sinker is
Netflix
hit
documentary
down
on
to
these
second.
Mets?
They can't get the double play.
Uh,
Safe at second, out at first.
I think there was some kind of documentary.
It might have
we
been the
that
Miracle
was the
Mets
big
of
play.
what, 69?
Yeah. Probably.
0-2.
Yeah, they seem like a
Sinker hit into
nutty
the
group of
hole.
guys.
Now they're going to wave Rice in. Mookie's got a chance to get him to Carter.
Yeah, he's
Got him.
hosed. Did he get under the tag?
They got him.
Yeah, he hosed him. What a call from the umpire, too, huh? He really got into it. He took about 3 gather steps before he punched him out.
And it's a fly ball to right center. Henderson is there. So the Mets go quietly in the
So what is the
seventh
score? Is
inning.
it
It's the
2-2
first
still?
time they've been retired in order since the fourth.
It's hard when they don't.
3-2. Okay, yeah.
3-2.
And then
Red
it's-
Sox
I was
are
like,
up.
what the hell's the score, Vin? Tell me the score.
And he's way outside to
So
load him
we're
up.
in
Now
the,
let's see if that forces Davy Johnson's
top of the
hand and room.
8th, I believe,
Jesse
now.
Orozco is
Yeah.
forced
So-
into the game
And Jesse
at this
Orozco is
juncture
pitching.
to get Bill Buckner for the third out, because the Sox, leading 3-2, have loaded the base. Barrett out on the line. High fly
Looks like
ball.
off the end of the
Dykstra
cap.
has it under control. One pitch for the big.
All right,
and
bottom 8.
3 are left.
The Mets get busy this inning, huh?
And at the
You're gonna have to
third,
cut that
Danny
out.
Heap hit into a double
What?
play.
My call.
In the sixth
Nope,
inning,
it's
with
staying
the
in.
score
Oh,
tied,
thanks.
The Mets had runners at first and third.
Cough
and
into the
Gary
mic next
Carter
time.
was
That way
caught
people can
looking.
hear you.
And then Darryl Strawberry hit into a force play. And then the error by Ray Knight is now the difference in the. He is certainly well rested for this
Who's this?
performance.
Who just stands?
Fastball full to the hole. Base hit into right field for Mazzilli. The top run is
Missouri,
aboard.
Mazzilli, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Lee Mazzilli.
Mazzulli.
There's
Button him
the-
over. Look at him button him over.
Lenny Dykstra.
Didn't get him.
Everybody said
Hey, but he made the defense have, force them to make a play, and they mess up. Also, honestly, it was a bad bunt. He bunted it right at the pitcher.
Yeah.
people are up.
Intentional walk to load the bases.
Stadium is a madhouse.
To load the bases? Up a run? Hold on, let me pause that.
Well, after that fielder's choice, Wally Buckner,
What happened there? So you got a single
he butt grounded out and moved the runners.
to second and third.
second and third.
Okay, I thought it was first and second. I'm saying,
Right.
why are they walking the guy? So it was second and third, and they walked him to
Right.
get the force play at any base.
So
All right.
now the next one to come up is Gary Carter.
All right, let me play it. I like his stance, bat high in the
Swung
air.
on and line to left, right and right.
And that'll bring
far
him in.
enough.
Picking up is Mazzilli to score, and down
Runs
you,
tied
see,
up.
you see how he ran in with his arms in the air?
ball game.
Huh?
I did.
See?
Picking up is Mazzilli to score.
Yeah.
Down to third goes Dykstra. It's a brand
All right, you'll tie game. It's a big deal right there. Tied the game in Game 6 at home.
Darryl Strawberry comes up next and flies
I was
out.
gonna say, hey, don't spoil it. I was gonna say they still got the bases juiced.
Fly ball to right field. Evans looking over at Henderson. It's Henderson.
Imagine he drops that.
But the Mets scratched for 1 run, 1 hit. There were 3 sacrifices. 3-3 in the playoffs with Houston. Backup catcher Ed Hearn of the Mets said, I have a hunch the guy who's going to play a big part
So they had this starting staff
in the league
had
championship series and the
Dr.
World Series will be
Carey,
Rick
Dwight Gooden.
Aguilera.
Dwight Gooden
They
was
call him
there.
just
They
the
had
doctor.
the Mets had a
Tied up in the
3-man
9th
rotation.
inning of a
They had
must-win game for New
Ojeda,
York. Schiraldi. It was ruled a
Gooden
sacrifice,
and,
fielder's choice.
God, what was-
No error. Right
Tom Seaver.
no, Tom Seaver was already done.
And it's a busted back
Broken
ground
bat.
ball. Backman feeds out
Double
there.
play. What a jump. Look. Let me slow this down. I know I'm rewinding it a lot.
And
I
it's a
like this
busted
play.
back
This is one of my
ground
favorite
ball.
plays as an
Backman
infielder
feeds
right here.
out
Yeah.
That turn right there by that shortstop.
And
You
it's
get
a
the
busted
feed from the
back
second
ground
baseman
ball.
and
Backman
throw and
feeds
jump
out
all in
there.
one
He
move.
goes to Hernandez.
That's clean, man. There's nothing. That's a pretty play. That's a pretty
The bunt.
play.
Out to get it is Gedman.
That's another bad bunt. Got him.
Not
Oh no!
You're saying he came off the bag.
No! Wow! I didn't think he. I thought he got him.
You see,
I don't. Oh yeah. No. Can I rewind that?
Yeah,
I'm
rewind
rewinding everything, man.
time. And we
little more.
I know. I might have done too much.
All right,
now.
here we go.
the bunt. Out to get it is
Let's see. Slow this thing down. Is that in his glove right there? I think he had.
Looks like it.
He's
Yeah.
on. He's on. I think he's on right there. Woo! What an athletic. I'd have loved to have that
Well,
as
you
a
know,
picture though.
the umpire's right there.
Yeah,
So,
but dude,
you know, he's got the best angle that anybody else does.
I've never met an umpire that makes a great call every time, man. I've never met an umpire that doesn't suck. So I would, I would not be surprised
Hey,
if he
wait a
botched
minute.
it. I would not be surprised if he botched it.
not in time.
Look at that reaction, classic reaction. You could tell from the Let me rewind it one more time. You can tell from the runner's reaction that he was on the bag, man.
Yeah.
Look at the runner's reaction. He's about to go back to the dugout. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll take it. Is that Gary Carter on second? He got screwed from a bad call already with that strike 3, so I'm sure he's happy. So man on first and second. Foul tipped into the glove. Ooh. I heard that. I think he foul tipped it.
You heard the tip?
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear.
On a fly ball to left field. Jim Rice is there.
Hall of Famer right there, Jim Rice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who is on the Red Sox team? You got Boggs, Jim Rice, Keith, or the. Damn. Talking about getting all of that one.
You got it.
Dropped the head on it. That had to feel good.
He gives up the most home runs on the staff.
Yeah, the pitcher gives up the most bombs, and he does it again.
That takes care of Spike Owen.
The poor Red Sox, man. Now I'm thinking about it. They had that series in the 70s against the Reds where it was a close series that we watched earlier, and that was a good game. And you got this one, and it doesn't turn out how you want it to.
They had the World Championship in their pockets.
Oh, yeah.
They gave it away.
So they're up 1 run because of that home run, right?
Right.
All right. And now they're up 2.
Now they're up the second one.
Yep. What inning is this?
This is the top of the 9th.
Top 9.
And Barrett goes to second.
Man, and that was a
Well,
bad.
actually,
Mazzilli has a bead on it and puts it away. But the Red Sox come up with 2 big runs. On
they'll show us here probably.
And at the end of 9.5.
9.
Yeah, that was
9.5.
Mets 3.
9.5. So we're going to the bottom 10.
Lined into left field. Base hit for Carter.
He could hit, man. I think I remember when he got in the Hall of Fame when I was younger. They said he was one of the best hitting catchers of all time. So it makes sense. He's catching barrels.
Yeah. Can you hold on a second?
Yeah.
So just to set this up, the first 2 batters of the inning got out. So Gary Carter came up with 2 outs, nobody on.
And the Red Sox have a
And the Red Sox are
2
feeling
run
really
lead.
good. They think they're going to walk home with the championship. Gary Carter leads off with a base hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it Mitchell? I think it is.
I don't know. You were there. You were listening on the radio. You read the box score the next
I'm sorry.
morning.
It was Darryl Strawberry batted after Gary Carter.
So they had 2 outs, 2 runs to play with. And
Right.
they would they'd win. They wouldn't force a game 7. They were gonna
No,
win.
no,
They were gonna
that
win.
would have been the championship for them.
They would have won it. All right. Well, let's watch
So
Gary Carter.
Carter's on base.
Mets 3. Last out.
That's Carter's hit. That like I said, man, that's a barrel right there.
2 outs here. He leads off with a hit. Everybody's still feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, man. You got 2 outs, dude. He's got to poke one out, and he doesn't even do that. Still, I'm feeling fine.
And now suddenly with 2 out in the 10th inning, the tying runs are aboard, and Ray Knight will be the...
Ray Knight.
Ray Knight right here.
You want me to pause it so you can
Sure. So who was it on
talk? Carter's on second. Strawberry's on first.
Okay. So Ray Knight comes up.
You want me to play? I thought you had something to say.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
And that's going to be...
Is that Carter comes in. All right. Did Strawberry go to third?
It's Kevin Mitchell. I think Kevin Mitchell
Pinch ran.
must have pitch run for him, I guess.
Did he go to third? He did go to third because he's about to score right here.
Yeah, so let's pause it right here. So this at-bat with Mookie Wilson was unbelievable. He must have had at least a 12th pitch at-bat. The whole at-bat lasted about 10 minutes. He fouled off about 8 pitches, okay? Everybody blames Buckner because of the error at the end. But to me, this pitcher blew the game. He went in, they got 3 straight singles off of him, and then he throws a wild pitch to Mookie, which brought in the tying run.
Let's just watch it, how it plays out, and then let's talk about it after. Because, that wild pitch brings in the tying run. I'm guessing the guy on first moves to second base, and Mookie's the one who hits the ball to Buckner.
Right, Ray Knight now sitting at second base.
At second base with 2 out, 3-2 to Mookie Wilson.
And Red Sox fans' hearts break everywhere.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through.
Wow.
Here comes
Look at
Knight,
that.
and the Mets win it.
It's just funny when something like that, you see the first ground ball hit, you're assuming you're just going to the next inning. As a fan of the Mets, you're like, okay, we're going to the top of the 11th.
Yeah, okay, ground
We
ball.
tied it. Good, we tied it.
We're still in it.
You know what this reminded me of is that reminded me a lot of when the Rays played the Dodgers in the World Series. And do you remember that base hit Brett Phillips had? We tied the game with that hit, and with Kevin Kiermaier coming to score.
Okay.
And then Randy Arozarena was running the bases.
Right. I don't remember it, but
What happened was the throw comes in to the catcher, and you were like, "Where's Randy at? He should have been by the plate by now. He should be either scoring or already scored."
Right.
Randy had tripped and fell rounding third base.
Right.
But the catcher didn't know that, so he made an error trying to catch the ball and put a tag down. But there was all he had to do was pick it up, and he was dead to rights.
Right.
It's kind of like that. You're just assuming that, all right, we're gonna, like, oh no, the game's tied, like we're just gonna go to the next inning, or then something crazy happens, like an error. Just the reaction is the same. I feel like. So talk about what you said.
So
people blame Buckner, but you don't want to put the blame on. You feel bad for Buckner.
I remember watching this game, and before the inning started, I couldn't believe that McNamara, the coach for the Red Sox, was leaving Buckner in and not pulling him and putting in Dave Stapleton for defensive reasons, because he had done that already 3 or 4 times prior in the World Series. And to not pull Buckner out of there for someone who could
let me ask you
make
this.
a play.
Do you think the reason he did that, because obviously Bill Buckner is do you think the reason he kept Buckner in there is because he wanted Buckner on the field for the World Series? I don't think that's right, because hey, you got to win that thing first. Buckner can enjoy it just as much in the dugout as he can at first base. I don't think he'd care. I wouldn't care if I was hurt and I knew that. Look, I'm saying I wouldn't care if my team won the World Series.
Right.
If I was hurt, knowing that, so and so would be able to make a play. I wouldn't want to be the reason we lost.
I can see leaving Buckner in the game, in the series, even with his injuries to his legs. But the guy he only hit $174 in the entire World Series, so he didn't even bring his bat.
But he was a good ball player, right?
He was a great hitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But he was injured the entire World Series.
Yeah.
So he didn't bring anything to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you're in a slump, but you play great defense. But in this case, he couldn't play good defense, and he wasn't hitting.
So if you were the manager of the Sox that series, you're not starting.
Listen, I'm going to say, Bill.
What was he hurt with?
I thought it was his ankle or maybe his
knee or
Achilles
something?
or something. Yeah, because he could hardly. It was taped up pretty bad.
Was the other guy behind him that bad? What's his name?
No, it's Dave Stapleton. The guy's a major leaguer, man, but he's not hurt.
Yeah, well, there's major leaguers that can't hit major league pitching now.
And again, like I said, he had sent in Dave Stapleton at least 3 or 4 times prior for defensive purposes, and he didn't do it here.
Yeah, he should have.
So you had that. You had the pitcher throw that wild pitch to Mookie Wilson that tied the game.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Buckner, especially when the fans just pooped on him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just it was terrible what they did to him.
That's what I remember when growing up. You watch highlight videos of the best baseball games, And I remember we would watch that, and then we'd always see the Buckner game.
Right.
Where it goes through his legs. And I remember
Right.
you always telling me it wasn't, like he should have, what you would say, he should have never been out there. He was
Right.
hurt, and the manager should have took him out. Not saying it, you were like, you weren't saying it wasn't his fault, but you were saying he shouldn't have been out
No,
there.
he made the error, but he
And the
wasn't.
fans
He
ripped
shouldn't
him.
have been out there.
I remember you saying the fans ripped him, and he was actually a pretty good ball player for the Red
He
Sox.
was a great ball player.
Yeah. And
He was a hitting machine.
I remember you telling me it's a shame that they always that's
Well,
what people are going to remember Bill Buckner
Yeah, I
for.
think he played for three more years, but he died later of some kind of cancer, and
I'm be honest, as if I was playing second or shortstop for that team, and I'm in that last inning, and I see 2 base hits, and then what was it, a bunt? No, how did it go? It was first and second, or first and third. That's what it was. It was first and third with 2 outs, and then a wild pitch to tie the game.
right.
If I'm playing middle infield and then I see the error by Buckner, I'm not blaming it on Buckner.
No.
Because
Too
much crap.
A lot of people had their hands in that loss.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was just too much crap flying around to point fingers at one guy.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
even the sacrifice bunt that got called safe, whatever that was, a couple innings before.
Yeah. Well, you always have that, but that wasn't.
Outs,
that didn't lose it for him.
I know. No, and I'm gonna be honest, neither than Buckner. That dang wild pitch too. That didn't help.
So anyway, we just showed you a real quick highlight on this game. Definitely the whole game is great to watch if you've got nothing to do on a
4 hours.
rainy Sunday day.
I just thought though another point. So Buckner was hurt playing first base,
Right.
and this was in ¡86.
Right.
But in '88, there was another guy who was hurt, who ended up pinch hitting and won the Dodgers the game.
Yeah,
but he was pinch hitting. He wasn't starting and playing. Yeah,
I think that was his only at bat.
yeah of the series. Really?
Yeah, Kirk Gibson.
Really? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
But
Kirk
he wasn't
Gibson.
playing defense, so he couldn't catch. But
For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, because I'd imagine
that might be coming up.
there might be some people that don't know about the Kirk Gibson game, as much crazy as that is. Look up the 1988, I believe, World Series Game 1 with Kirk Gibson hitting the walk-off home run. But you should know
Oakland
about
A's
that.
versus the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yep. All right.
Now, Ray Knight, he was voted MVP for the Mets. He had 9 hits and
You mean Bill Buckner wasn't the MVP?
No, he batted .393. Now on the Boston had a great series. They just blew it. Okay, because like I mentioned earlier, Marty Barrett probably would have been the MVP if Boston had won. He had tied the record for 13 hits in a World Series, and he batted a .433.
That was a record? 13 hits in a World
13
Series?
hits in a World Series.
Can you look up the
I don't know what
record
it is now.
I feel like that had to have been broken.
And after him, you had Dave Henderson, who recorded 10 hits. And then you had Jim Rice and Wade Boggs that had 9 hits each. So just those 4 players, they had that combined for 41 hits.
I guess it's still a record to this day.
Still a record?
Yeah, 3 players are tied with it. Bobby Richardson was the first.
Okay.
Do you know who that is? Bobby Richardson?
Sounds familiar.
You would have been 6 years old when he did it.
Okay.
Bobby Richardson's got one. Lou Brock also has one. 13-hit World Series. And I guess the other one is Marty Barrett. So Lou Brock, Marty Barrett, and whatever Henderson. Bobby Richardson.
Yeah. So let's blame Bob Stanley.
Is that the manager?
For that wild pitch.
Oh, that's the pitcher?
Yeah. Let's blame the coach for the Red Sox for not pulling Buckner out.
And let's also blame Buckner, man. You play first base, you don't even got to catch it. Just block it. That's the easiest.
Couldn't bend over. Man.
No, let's rewind it one more.
He shouldn't have been out there.
Let's watch it one last time, man.
Yeah, let's do it. To this day, Red Sox fans cannot watch this play.
I think it's a little better now since they won.
They can't watch it.
It's a little better. They've won some World Series. Oh man.
Little roller. Little roller up
Okay.
along first. Behind the back. In the back. Roller up along first.
Poor guy.
All right.
All right. Come on.
All right. That's torture. Just some torture.
Have a little respect for the dead.
Yeah. Is Buckner dead?
Yeah.
Bill
I told
Buckner?
you he died like in the late 90s, I think. Or
When
he
did
had
you
some
tell me
kind of
that?
he had some kind of cancer. Or,
I was busy watching the game. I didn't. You were in the middle of a yap session. All right. Well, shout out to our sponsors, FlyFrame. They got these floating picture cubes.
Yeah.
A couple friends of mine. They're awesome. So if you guys want to check it out, go up here, FlyFrameLLC on Etsy.com. Look up their shop. And other than that, man, you got anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
well, we're gonna start doing some shout outs after
Yeah.
after each show. So
Who you
the
shouting
first
out?
shout out that I'm going to do is during the fall. I coached this young man, 9 years old. His name is Levi. Loves the sport.
You coached him?
I coached him,
Sorry for you, man.
and
I've been through that.
you know, he's a great kid. And if he works hard and gets those reps in, he's going to definitely play in a higher level. And I just want to give him a shout out. Say, hey, Levi, keep playing hard. Don't worry about the wins. Just get your game down.
You say
And
we
you'll
got
be good.
We got a picture of Levi here for the shout out?
I do. So here's a picture of Levi.
That's a
And
little leaguer?
This is just to verify. This is his birth certificate.
Oh, okay.
So
That's him right there. What
That's
little
him.
league is this?
This is minor A in Little League.
It's just Tampa Penitentiary Little League.
No. Levi, we're just kidding. Play hard, bud. Keep going. You're doing a great job.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you tuning in.
And it's going to go.
Oh,
We'll see you guys later.
that damn Stanley.
Behind the bag.
Tell me what you drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different.